We are back to square one then, back in the Vanarama National League with our Dover Athletic side. It's been a very busy summer and I've done exactly what I did last season. I basically raided a lot of players who got released from Premier League clubs and we've got a pretty decent side. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic. It is Season 3, it is Episode 1, and if you are new to the channel and you're enjoying these videos, do please consider subscribing to the channel. It does help me out massively. You can also ding the notification bell, stick your comments down in the comment section below, like the videos, do all the fun, fancy, cool YouTubey stuff. It does help me out massively. Right, you can obviously see we've played 5 games so far this season. We are going to play 2 matches in this episode, but before we get there, we need to go and have a talk about the squad, because we've done quite a bit of business. And rather than going through players joining the club, leaving the club and things like that, this is our first team. I'm just going to kind of go through the main players in our squad and obviously pointing out any new players. So our number 1 goalkeeper, Joe Fryer, was here last season. He is going to keep his position because he's actually really, really good. Already keeping 3 clean sheets so far this season. We've still got Kai Mackenzie-Lyle. We've also signed Oliver Wright on a non-contract basis as our 3rd choice goalkeeper. I'm not giving him a permanent deal because basically I don't think he's going to be good enough, but we've got him for the moment and he's here basically if we get an injury or international duty, things like that. Into the right-back positions, we've got 2 right-backs for the season. Lewis Payne is our first one. He was here for all of last season, former Southampton man, and we brought in another former Southampton man to be his deputy. Sonny Davis is the son of former Southampton goalkeeper and current Southampton coach Kelvin Davis. He is 18 years old. He is a right-back. He's only a right-back. He's 6 foot, so maybe we could train him up to be a centre-back. We're not going to. I'm not expecting too much from Sonny Davis. He's here as a backup. On the opposite side, Tyler Garrett will be keeping his starting position as well. Signed from Bangor City last season. Played really, really well. 46 appearances so far. Just 1 goal, but that 1 goal did technically win us the league. He's got a backup as well. I'm ignoring Matthew Briggs. I'm trying to sell him. It's Paul Skidmore. He's a 17-year-old Polish and English left-back who's not very good. He's a backup for a reason, because I'm hoping he never has to play. But if we do need to play him, I'm hoping there's some potential there. He's pretty garbage at the moment. In the centre of defence, our main central defender is Zach Orr. Last season was superb, 11 goals. He scored 11 goals now in all competitions for Dover Athletic. Still here at the club, got 2 years left on his contract. I kind of want to extend his contract, but we might wait until the end of the season. I'm hoping Zach Orr stays with us until he retires. He's the player that I'm hoping is going to stay here for the entire save. He does have himself a new central defensive partner in the shape of Leon Pambou, 6'5" French central defender, formerly of Southampton. He's another one who's come in on a free transfer, brought him in on a non-contract, then signed him on a permanent deal. I don't really understand how his work permit situation's working, because he's not English. His work permit, his settled status runs out at the start of next year. I don't know what's going to happen. He might not get a work permit. He does have a settled status, so he stands in good chance. But yeah, Leon Pambou, we had to pay him £900 a week, otherwise he wouldn't get a work permit. He's in, and I think he's very good. We've also still got Jamie Sandles-White and Jake Goodman as our other 2 central defenders. We're looking to bring in a 3rd. Hopefully that might happen as part of this episode. Going further forward, the half-back position. TJ Bramble made that position his own last season, but unfortunately he's kind of been replaced. He's still okay, he's not amazing. But his replacement, Matthew Craig, signed from Tottenham Hotspur after getting released, I think is exceptional. I think he's so good for this level of football. I was also trying to sign his brother, Michael Craig, who plays in exactly the same position. Unfortunately, he went to Preston. 4 central midfielders in the squad, and you can probably see that only one of them is an existing player. Zach Brown is obviously still at the club, but played a lot of times last season and the season before, actually. Played for the first 2 years of our Dover save. I don't think he's going to be here for too much longer because we've got in some much better players. He's still good enough for now. From Southampton, because most of them are, Jack Turner, 20-year-old English central midfielder, free transfer, £100 a week. Absolute bargain for Jack Turner. I don't know whether he's going to get too much better than what he currently is, but I think he's as good, if not better, than Zach Brown. Daniel Malone is a 21-year-old Welsh central midfielder signed from Bangor City, and Bangor have given us, obviously, Daniel Malone and Tyler Garrett. They're a good club to steal players from for like lower league football. He's come in free transfer, looked very, very good technically. He's got long shots, passing technique. He's got some reasonable mental numbers, reasonable physical numbers as well. Daniel Malone, probably going to be one of the first names on our team sheet. Ryan Chavez Munoz is our final central midfielder. He is English and Peruvian, I think, formerly of, everybody all together now, Southampton. Yep, he's joined on a free transfer, £70 a week, not a lot of money, brought him in non-contract, all that jazz. He's hopefully got something for the future, only 18 years old. Going further up the field is where we start to get a little bit overrun, should we say. We've probably got too many players and most of them aren't necessarily good enough. On the right-hand side, we have Dom Ballard and Harvey Woods. Ballard, he's pretty good, isn't he? We know a lot about Ballard. We had him last season, played a lot of football for us. Harvey Woods, similar situation. Didn't play as much, most of it off the bench, but they're still both quite young. That's kind of the hope here with Woods and Ballard, that there's still time for them to develop. They're not great. I do realistically need some decent right and left wingers. We're probably not going to be able to get them for what we need anyway at our level of football. On the left-hand side is Jack Spong. Yep, we are moving him up to be a left winger, or an inside inverted winger. That's what we're going to go for on the left-hand side, because basically we've got 4 central midfielders, and I think Spong is good enough to push further up the field. My coaches also believe that, because they reckon he's a 4-star winger on the left-hand side. So we're going to make sure that is going to happen for Jack. We have also brought in Riley Wright, who is a left winger and a right winger. Annoyingly, Riley Wright is going to be playing on the left. That's his position. Free transfer from Southampton. And we are keeping him in and around the first team. Gary Ballard, the 16-year-old English left winger, central midfielder, striker, whatever you want to call him. He is sticking about. I'm thinking he's going to break into the first team at some point in this season, because he is improving very quickly. Up front, we're going to be sticking with Rob Street, but he now has a little bit of competition up front as well, because we brought a player in from Southampton and a player in from Spurs. First up is Luke Pearce, 19 years of age, no relation to me whatsoever, signed from Southampton, formerly of Walsall as well. I don't think he's going to get a huge amount of football. In fact, we're trying to loan him out, I think, Hemel Hempstead, so he might be going to the league below us, so hopefully he's going to get season playing there when he comes back. 20 years of age in the 4th season. I think Luke could be quite good. And somebody who will be pushing Rob Street for a starting 11 position is Jayden Williams, 18 years old, English striker, formerly of Spurs, signed on a free transfer. He's already come off the bench a couple of times, not quite managed to score a goal just yet, but Jayden Williams is in. I think Williams might be our number 1 striker come the end of the season. Obviously, that is not everyone in the team, but that's kind of a quick rundown, and by quick, I mean it probably took about 10 minutes. We have also picked up a few players on free transfers. Adam Brown, Robert Collins, what's his name? Oliver, is it Oliver Wright? No, it's somebody else. Mark Murray, sorry. All 3 of these are actually new gens that my scouts went, you should sign them, and I went, yeah, why not? £5 a week. Not really too much of a hardship, is it? And there you can see it as well on the right-hand side of the screen. Players leaving the club, loan deals for the most part. Sarmiento Ramirez, Tommy Moxey, who else have we got? Josh Bailey. We've lost Kane Ferdinand, which is actually quite a good thing. Dibley Diaz off to Dulwich Hamlet. Fraser White to Canvey Island, who have luckily been promoted to the Vanarama South, which means our feeder club, we can kind of give them players and they might actually play in a league. Ian Cooney also going to Billericay. Kai Woolard, Innocent, going to York. There's been a fair bit of business. There might still be a little bit more, but we now need to take a look at how we've done so far this season. We are currently 9th in the table. 2 wins, 2 defeats and a draw to our name. Somehow, we beat Southend 3-0. Not quite sure how we did it. Not going to complain. That's a really good result considering Southend currently sat 2nd in the table. Today, 2 matches. It's probably a very long episode. It's going to be Weymouth and Bromley. Let's get straight into the Weymouth game. The starting 11 for the Weymouth match then. At home, it's going to be Joe Fryer in goal, Lewis Payne, Zach Orr, Leon Pambu and Tyler Garrett at the back. It's going to be Craig. I can never remember. Are you Matthew or Michael? You're Matthew Craig. Michael Craig's the one who went to Preston. Zach Brown and Malone in the middle of the pitch. Woods and Spong on the wings. Rob Street as our striker. You can see on the bench. Sendles White, TJ Bramble, Don Ballard, Jack Turner, and what's his name? Jayden Williams. I've already forgotten half my players' names. We've obviously you can see fitness concerns a little bit for Ballard, which is why Woods is playing. The reserves. There's a lot of them. And you can tell by the people who've got squad numbers, most of them haven't even got onto the bench. So it's only Riley Wright and Jamal Loza who've actually managed to make it onto the bench. Everyone else haven't been close at the moment. So first match of Season 3 on camera. Weymouth are not doing particularly well, but obviously it's early days in the season. 19th place currently. We are dropping down to 11th just after kickoff, but we started off obviously 9th place. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points in our first match on camera. It's a corner for Weymouth. Rose is the man to take it. Zach Orr gets it clear. Wooten, forward, finds Thacker in the penalty area. Back to Wooten. This is a concern. Weymouth coming forward with the ball. Thacker back to Yarni, across into the middle. Finds Lucero. All the way back, though, to Webber. I mean, there's a chance happening here. There's definitely a shot coming in. And I feel like it's going to come from Weymouth. Bradley kicks it straight into, I think it was Tyler Garrett, wasn't it? Bradley's got another chance. Poor pass. And now, hopefully, we can start playing forward eventually. Malone finds Tyler Garrett on the left-hand side, the two former Bangor City players. Spong all the way back to Craig, playing as that half-back role. Over the top towards Rob Street. He's taken a few touches to get past his man. Rob Street sends the keeper the wrong way, puts it into the bottom corner. It's 1-0 against Weymouth. Lovely bit of counter-attacking football. We're actually not a terrible side anymore. Obviously, last time we were in the Vanarama National League, we had a minus 12 points deduction, which means if we started, we would be on minus 2 at this point. I think last time we were here, we were probably still on about minus 10. So, yeah, we have started this season very, very well. About 6 minutes left to play of the first half. Weymouth again coming forward with the ball. Thacker, the central defender, to Lucero, not quite sure. Rose with the ball. Across to Wooten. We're letting them pass it, which I don't know if that's a good thing. Zach Orr, by the way, he's just amazing, isn't he? 7.4 rating currently. What a save that is from Joe Fryer. I say Zach Orr's amazing. He probably caused that, didn't he? He's gone up to a 7.5. Half-time then against Weymouth. It is 1-0. Not really been a huge amount of action, but we've managed to nick that goal. I'm happy with how we've played. We've dominated. Looking at the match ratings, everyone's doing all right. Maybe Harvey Woods needs to be coming off at some point. Obviously, we do have a slightly unfit Don Ballard, but he should be good enough to play about 25-30 minutes. Webber's throw finds a few players, and now Rose is going to go for a run. Gets past Zach Orr. Rose is in on goal. Fryer once again with a very good save, this time conceding a corner. Rose is the man to take it, the striker for Weymouth. Where's he going to put it? Towards the middle. It's a good head clear from the big former Southampton man, Leon Bamboo. Danny Rose. Is it Danny Rose? It might be Danny Rose, you know. It could be somebody called Danny Rose. Kosoyolo, whatever his name is. It's a header clear from Zach Orr. It's coming straight back towards us, though. Weymouth are looking very, very good at the moment, which is a worry because my game management is absolutely appalling. Highlight has ended there. And now we're going to do that Don Ballard change. I think he's probably going to be okay. He's probably going to be fine. We're just going to do that one change at the moment. Joe Fryer, by the way, is on a 7.7 rating because of the 2 shots that he's saved, but he's made them look really, really good in my opinion. Since that Ballard substitution, not a huge amount is going on. We've got ourselves a throw in a good position. It's Malone back to Garrett. Are you going to whip in across? Finds Malone once again and Garrett once again. We're stuck in the corner, lads. He's crossed it in. It's... Oh, I thought that was going to be on Rob Street's head. Instead, Fitzsimmons has come out and claimed it. And the Weymouth keeper kicks it long. We should be getting there, and we do get there. I don't even think Leon Bamboo jumped for that. Garrett all the way back to Joe Fryer. Still on a 7.7. Zach Orr on a 7.6. We've got some very high ratings by the look of it. And also some pretty poor ratings in the shape of Payne, Garrett and Don Ballard. Not doing too well since coming on. Rob Street's picked up the ball from Malone. Rob Street blasts it once again into the back of the net. Daniel Malone with the assist. It's 2-0. We've had 2 highlights go our way and scored twice. I was genuinely thinking about bringing Rob Street off, and I still might do this to try and get, what's his name, Jayden Williams on the pitch, just to see if he can pick anything up. We are going to do it. There's only a few minutes left. Street is coming off. Williams is going to come on. Who else do we do? Jack Turner, sure, for Zach Brown. 3 minutes of injury time to play. Not a lot is going on here on the South Coast, and we have picked up our first 3 points on camera this season. Our 3rd victory of the season as well. Pretty good performance. Rob Street not even picking up the man of the match award, actually. 2 goals for Street, but Zach Orr and Fryer getting an 8.2 rating each. I don't understand how Zach Orr always gets such a high rating. 10 points in the bag then after just 6 games played. 7th place. We are currently occupying ourselves a little playoff spot, which arguably we're probably not going to be there come the end of the season. We are now going to go forward to match number 2, which is going to be against Bromley, who are just 2 places below us, joint on points. Match number 2 then away from home against Bromley. We are sticking with pretty much an unchanged side, bar 1 forced change. Joe Fryer is going to be in goal. Payne or Bamboo, Garrett at the back. Craig, Brown and Malone in the middle. Don Ballard comes in. I say forced change, it's not a forced change. Ballard comes in at the right wing position. Jack Spong keeps his place on the left. Rob Street comes in, starts, stays, carries on. That's what it is as our striker. Ryan Chavez Munoz is the one forced change on the subs bench because TJ Bramble is on international duty with Antigua and Barbuda. You'd think after doing all of these different football matches in Football Manager, I would be able to actually read a team out, but apparently not. So we are rocking the red kit today, Bromley in the white. It's actually not a bad stadium Bromley have for some reason. If we can pick up the 3 points, we will go on to 13 points, and our goal difference is good enough that we might actually be able to go up into third place in the table. It is Bromley with the ball though, coming forward. Centre-back making a little bit of a run. Shipley to right, through ball, finds Tomney, and Tomney's effort goes just wide of Joe Fry's post, and it's going to be a goal kick. His name's also Tormey, not Tomney. We've got ourselves a corner through Spong. It's probably going to be Zach Orr. It is Zach Orr. He hits the post. It trickles wide for a goal kick. Decent chance there from the young, now Nigerian central defender. He was English. He's got Nigerian nationality, and he's decided he wants to play for them instead, which is fair enough. Probably got a better chance. It's all the way back to Zach Orr with the ball. Half an hour played. Finds Don Ballard, who can only play 75 minutes down that right-hand side. Finds Payne. He's going to take a few touches, cross it in street. On the volley, he's rattled the bar as well. And it goes over for a goal kick. That would have been a hell of a goal for Rob Street to score. 5 minutes left of the first half, and we have an XG of 1.2 at the moment. No goal to show for it. Tormey to Skeffington, now Alexander. Across to Shipley, long-range chance, and this time it goes over the bar. Fryer saw that one was going over, apparently. We are going to see the goal kick with 2 minutes left of normal time. Orr is going to go for a run, number 5. How long are you going to run for, buddy? I thought you were just going to keep going. Zach Brown to Lewis Payne, forward to Don Ballard. Need to keep an eye on Ballard's fitness. I might give him 90 minutes, you never know. He's controlled it well. Across, tries to find Street. It's a terrible pass from Ballard. And now Bromley can come forward with the ball. Tormey to Alexander. He's tried to cut the defence in half. He's hit the bar as well. And Leon Pambu's going to collect it. And are we going to do anything? Garrett to Spong. Highlight ends. Another one begins. Still not quite at half time. Tormey's controlled this. Back to Broch. Now Shipley. Back to the left back. On the ground to Tormey. We need to steal this. Bromley look like they might be getting themselves a goal right near the end of this half. It's all the way back to Montgomery in the Bromley goal. Now Brown in the middle to right, forward to Alexander, Shipley to Tormey. He's taken a few touches, taken out wide. It's a terrible effort from the striker. Joe Fryer holds on to that one. It's been a good game for the neutrals, hasn't it? It's certainly been a good game for the neutrals. We had a nice spell in the middle, could not take advantage. We've got a 1.3 XG, theirs is 0.5. I mean, I'm pleased with the shots. I am pleased, but we need to, score one of them would be nice. Just 2 minutes in, and first highlight of the second half. Shipley on the halfway line. In towards the middle of the pitch is Skeffington. On the ground finds Tormey once again. Is he going to put this one away? He does finally put one away. Nathan Tormey should have made it 2-0 with that shot. Instead makes it 1. And that is kind of annoying, because we've been the better side. We haven't had the highlights. Bromley have had the better chances. We've been the better side. And if it stays this way, we're obviously going to be dropping some points. All of a sudden, Garrett and Pambu have started playing real bad. I don't know what's just happened. Garrett's dropped down to a 6-3. We don't have any fullbacks, any left-backs on the bench. Barely have any left-backs in our squad. We are going to do Rob Street for Jayden Williams. We are also going to do Zach Brown for... We're going to do it for Munoz. Chavez Munoz is going to be making his debut. We're also going to take off Leon Pambu for Sendles White. That is every change that we can possibly do. And I think, weirdly, despite the fact they're playing no fullbacks, our fullbacks are the problem here. An XG of almost 2 now, and we are still not doing anything. Not getting any decent chances whatsoever. Final 10 minutes. I think we've got a corner. We do have ourselves a corner. It is going to be Spong to take it. Towards the front post, most likely, is Zach Orr. And Zach Orr nestles that one into the top corner. His 3rd goal of the season already. And we have hopefully rescued us a point. We're going to keep going on positive. We're going to keep going and hopefully get ourselves a second goal, a winning goal. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, or maybe it will actually. Payne's throw to Ballard. Should have been substituted about 15 minutes ago. The cross comes in. It's Spong at the back post. It's fallen to Williams. Williams' effort is blocked. How have we not managed to put that one in? A 1-1 draw against Bromley. We had an XG of 3.05. 26 shots, 12 on target. Zach Orr gets an 8.9. I mean, if anybody needs a lower league footballer, just sign Zach Orr. He's ridiculous. He just plays well every single time. A 7.82 average this season, 7.48 last season. An average over his entire career is a 7.52 currently. He's ridiculous. So 4 points picked up from today's episode. We are just outside the playoffs in 8th place. Next episode, we are going to probably go a fair distance in. I'm looking at maybe Barnet and Yeovil. Because we've obviously done this league before, and I'm not expecting fireworks, I'm expecting sort of a mid-table finish. I don't want to spend 8-9 episodes on a season where we're not going to do a huge amount. So we're going to go all the way through, play Barnet, Yeovil in the next episode at the end of December? That's not, it's October. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember, like, subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new, stick your comments down in the comment section below about how good Zach Orr is, and I'll see you in episode 2. Thanks for watching.